Thank you for tuning in to TTV. I'm your host, Toya, and today is Herbal Tuesday. So, this is the day I usually present you guys with some kind of herb that you may have heard of, may not have heard of, and how you can basically incorporate it into your routine or into your life. And this is no different. But before we get started, please like, subscribe, and share because if you get anything out of this content, chances are someone else will as well. So, share with those you know, love, and care about. Also, there is a link below for Young Living. Young Living is an essential oil company, the best in the business, in my opinion, which is why I am a distributor for them. They do not sponsor me, but I am a distributor, which means I can sell their products. So the link is below. Check them out for all your essential oil needs, and let's get into it. So the herb we're talking about today is called Senna. And Senna deals more so with your bowels. It is a great source of magnesium, but when most people take it, they're not taking it for the magnesium, they're taking it for the bowel cleansing. And the magnesium probably is one of the reasons that it does work and help with the bowel cleansing. But why do you want to cleanse your bowels? Or why should you even take it or cleanse your bowels? Well, one, it's a gentle way of doing it. So it's not as, I don't want to use the word harsh because even Cascara Sagrada is not harsh. It's more effective and very, it's a little stronger. I'll just put it like that. Not that it's so strong that you can't take it, but Senna is more gentle. You'll get those normal urges, like how your stomach will give you that indication that you need to go, so you'll get that. So it's on the soft, mild level. It's not like where Cascara Sagrada, where your stomach might actually hurt a little, like right now, heifer, go get to the toilet, so it's a alternative that a lot of people like to use because you don't have to do all the straining and the pushing and stuff like that. So if you have like back issues or you have hemorrhoids or something like that, well, not with hemorrhoids. You want to stay away from the bowel cleansers if you have hemorrhoids, or be careful with it. Consult your doctor for that. Which reminds me, let me give my disclaimer too. So please consult your doctor or physician or pharmacist before starting this or any other herbal treatment that I may mention. Okay, so go talk to them. Especially if you're nursing or you're pregnant, you may not want to use what I'm talking about. So do your own research. There's links below for you to do that, so you can start your own research. You guys know I use WebMD and Healthline. Those are usually the two that I use, but they're below, so you guys can get started with your own research. But Senna is a very gentle, mild bowel cleanser, and the reason you want to really keep your bowels cleansed because most of the time when you start having some kind of sickness or illness or catching a cold, the flu, upset stomach, something like that, it usually starts in the bowels. It means your bowels are backed up, food isn't moving through like it needs to be. So, and I know this doesn't sound the most pleasant, but what ends up happening is that when you get your bowels and stuff are backed up, you basically have food rotting inside your body. Because if you think about it, our bodies are what, 98.6 degrees? If you were to leave food out in 98.6 degree weather, what happens to that food? Well, that same thing is happening in your body. So if you're not drinking enough water to flush it out, if you're not drinking and consuming things that help protect your gut to move that stuff out, to move that food out and keep it from sitting there and rotting, then what happens is you start getting issues from it. You'll get gassy and bloated. You'll get start feeling nauseous in your stomach because that's all in your digestive tract. Okay, it all lines up. So you start down in the bottom, it's going to move its way up, and you end up with heartburn and acid reflux and all of this, but it all starts in your gut. So you need to keep your gut clean, and Senna is a good way of doing that. Now, I'm going to tell y'all this, with bowel cleansing herbs, it's not something you should be using every single day. Unless you have some kind of condition that your doctor told you, yeah, use it every day, then fine, use it every day. But otherwise, it's not something you should use every day. One, you don't want your body to become dependent on it, and two, you can start having reactions from it because once it helps you clean your bowels out and your stuff is moving like it's supposed to, your bowels are moving like it's supposed to, then what happens is you'll end up with diarrhea or a lot of cramps and stuff because you're taking this herb to get the stuff out and it doesn't really have anything to move out. Okay, it's not like in the beginning when you're constipated or backed up some. It's your stuff is moving, flowing now, and now you're still taking this, and that's when you end up usually with the diarrhea and the cramps and stuff like that. So it's not something you would take long term. I would say with most bowel cleansing herbs, unless there's some serious impact, like you really have some really bad constipation and everything is really impacted and really bad, That is extreme, and that may be a different course that you want to talk to your doctor or your herbal consultant with. But outside of that, I would say no more than 1-2 weeks is pushing it. Okay, 2 weeks is pushing it, especially for Sienna, because Sienna works so well. You really shouldn't have to take it that long. You really shouldn't, unless that's, like I said, you got some extreme condition going on. You shouldn't have to take it that long. But like other stuff like Cascara Sagrada, 2 weeks, 3 weeks is really pushing it. But like I said, with Sienna, a week you should be fine. After a week, you should be good. So when you see that your bowels are coming out clean and easy, and you're not having those issues, that's, I say maybe a day or two more, and then stop. Okay, so that's why I'm saying it's usually about a week long. And just to give some history and background on it, back in the day, like pioneer days and farming days and stuff like that, they used to use it at the first sign of sickness. So they would use Sienna. So if you coming down with a cold or about to come down with a cold, they would do Sienna, which is also similar to what I was told about enemas. You know, that people used to give kids enemas or give the adults enemas, and when before you went to the hospital at the first sign of sickness, to get the bowels clean and moving out. So this isn't something that is just recently that they discovered or made up. No, this has been going on for years. When you get sick or come down with something, it usually starts in your bowels. So if you can get your bowels moving and get them clean, get the intestines cleaned out, then it helps remove the poisons and stuff. Your body can function better, getting the stuff, the toxins and the poisons and the bacteria and viruses and stuff that's in your body that's making you sick. It can help it pull it out. But it starts with your bowels. If your bowels aren't clean and they not moving, they can't move stuff out if they backed up. It's like a clogged sink. If your sink is clogged, no matter what you put in it, it's not going to move until you unclog the sink. And then once the sink is unclogged, then you can get all that nasty water and, debris and everything else that you have in that sink. You can get it down. Well, same thing with your body. So unclog your intestines so you can get the poisons and stuff out of your body and feel better. That's one of the reasons why when I do get sick, it doesn't last long. Usually mine is 3 days at the most. Usually by day 3, whatever it is just about gone. It's like 95% gone come day 3. And one of the things that I do is I always take a bowel cleansing herb, usually Cascara Sagrada at that time. When I first start getting sick, I hit myself with that Cascara Sagrada, and then that's it. Stuff get moving and it get out. Along with some other stuff. Like you can take ginger and fennel, like make a ginger tea or a fennel tea to help with the gas that gets associated with that, and that's where a lot of bloating and stuff comes from, because of the gases from all this rotten food that's in your body. Well, it has to go somewhere. Something has to happen with it, so you end up burping or you end up passing gas a lot, or it gets trapped in your body and you end up with this pain because the gas is floating around your body. So to get help to get it out, that's why you need the bowel cleansing herb, and that's why some people use ginger or fennel with it so that they can get the gas out as well. There's other things too that can get your gas out, like calendula, peppermint oil on the outside. If you use peppermint oil, like let's say it's stuck in your shoulders or you got it in your back, use some peppermint oil and help get that out. So there's other things that you can do like that to help with the gas, but you need to get those bowels cleansed so that you can feel better and be healthier and get whatever sickness or illness or virus or bacteria, whatever it is that's making you feel sick, you can get it out. But it starts in those bowels, so keep those bowels clean. So I know this wasn't a topic that y'all wanted to talk about because most people don't like talking about their bowels, but it's one that you need to know about and need to understand. So if you got anything out of this, please like, subscribe, and share. Like I said, if you got something out of it, chances are someone else will as well. I love you, and I will talk to you tomorrow.